Hey, it's Sam back here. Welcome to this video. Now, I've been preparing for a program that I've been putting together. It's for a friend of mine. They asked me to do some lessons for their, I think it's like a training program they're doing. And they are in the stage where they're trying to go out there, as long as in my eye, they're trying to go out there for the first time and get known in their field. They're experts in psychology, but they want to go out there and they want to find people on the internet now, on the wider web, not just have people coming into their practices, but actually go out there. And I've been thinking about how I can package this content in a way that's really understandable. And the thing I keep on coming back to is a book, which I think will be really useful if you haven't read it already. It's called StoryBrand. And I can't remember the author's name. I couldn't find the book as I was making this video, but I know it. I practically know the formula off by heart. So I figured I'd just tell you about how I use it. So there is a StoryBrand concept. It's a 7-step process where it's based around, there is a guy named Joseph Campbell who created a book called I think The Hero of 1,000 Faces. And it's kind of based loosely around that concept, but condensed down into a really simple process. And when you're starting out, the most important thing is understanding your audience. That's all that really matters, as well as understanding that in their story, you are not the hero. And this book makes a really good, for me, it made a lot of sense. You're not the hero, they are the hero in the story. And I used to use this as I wrote sales pages and all of that. So the first step is the prospect has a problem. Okay, that's step number 2, has a problem. And then needs to solve that problem. So they have a lot of pain around that problem. And we have 3 different parts to this problem, which is obviously the external, the internal, and the psychological, or the philosophical, I should say. Hey, it shouldn't be this way. And then this hero goes ahead and finds a guide, which is you. And the guide gives them a plan. And within that plan is a step-by-step process to get them from where they are now to their desired result. And then it goes into, as part of it, basically what happens if they succeed and what happens if they fail. And when you're trying to build up your own brand, I found this framework really, really useful. And it was useful because, first of all, we are encouraged at the beginning to not start from ourselves and the information that we have, but start from the prospect. Okay, who are they? The person that we're trying to target. What are the problems that they experience? And then getting deep into those problems. So when I would write a sales letter or when I'd post over social media, I'd often start back and I would have already written down this StoryBrand script for myself, which basically is just what I said. I would basically, a character has a problem, go into the details of that problem, meets a guide who gives a plan. What's that plan? You can do this in a short form like writing as well. And then what happens when the person implements that plan, and what happens if they fail? Obviously, it's not. They should be able to follow the plan and then succeed. So thinking about your own brand, how can you position yourself to deliver or position yourself as a really good guide in the minds of your prospect? Or when you're writing an advertisement for your new product, how can you position that product in the place of that plan that really solves the problem? So you being the person, the guide, who's introducing your prospect to that plan. So a few things to think about. But anyway, my major point in communicating this to you was to encourage you to read StoryBrand, and then to give you some additional resources. So down below in the description, I have a deeper dive into how I use this framework within my marketing and within the way that I write. And if you're an expert, you're starting out, and you're just trying to work out this online thing. How do I make money online? How do I reach the right people? How do I communicate in this new kind of dimension? If you want answers to those questions, I believe this framework gives the answers to those questions in a really constructive manner that you can apply and then understand what you should do next after that. So there's more details down below in that description, but this is a short video that came to mind that I thought would be interesting. So, all right, talk soon.